Hello folks, how's it going? It's your host, Nav Walia, and welcome to another episode of your favorite podcast, Quarter Life Chit Chat. As usual, it's another Thursday and in your DMs one more time. First off, I got a little bit of a twist for today's episode, okay? But before I hop into that, let me say something. I just want to thank each and every one of you for streaming episode 14, Tea Time. But if you haven't, trust me, you need to stream that episode right now. Me and my friend Terry, we covered a bunch of crazy stories ranging from a guy finding out through TikTok that his date hated their date, ranging all the way to an ex-wife showing up to her ex-husband's wedding in a bridal gown and saying, "I was just wearing a calm little dress." I'm not making this shit up, okay? Some people are crazy, and some of these crazy people's stories were covered on episode 14, and you gotta check it out right now. And join in. And do me a favor, leave a comment what you think is the best story or the most chaotic one. In fact, today's episode is a bit of a continuation of episode 14, but I'll get into that in a minute. Now, for today's episode, I had a very fun episode planned with one of my close friends, but let's just say she fucking bailed. Okay, she got ill and she isn't able to make it, which sucks, but you know what that means, right? Yep, that's right. She's getting relentlessly fucking bullied for another whole week by me. Okay, she's getting straight bullied. And I just want to take this moment to just say that this just goes to show how women just can't be relied upon and they will let us down. That's a joke. That's a joke. Do not cancel me. That's a joke. We love women. I love women. That's a joke. I love all my guests, even when they bail on me. But I still have something special planned. As I said earlier, this is a continuation of episode 14. And what I mean by that is, on episode 14, me and my friend Terry, we read this story. But due to audio issues, we weren't able to keep it in. However, this story truly deserves as many listens as possible. This story legitimately single-handedly killed my brain cells. So I'm going to feature it on my episode just so it kills your brain cells too. Because you know the thing, right? You know the thing. If I suffer, my audience suffers with me. So let's get this going, okay? Here's the story. My future sister-in-law is legitimately stupid, and I don't want my brother to marry her. That title by itself is a fucking violation, okay? Calling somebody legitimately stupid, that's heavy. Let's get into this. My sister-in-law, who's 25, is breathtakingly stupid, and I cannot stand her and do not want her to be the mother of my future nieces and nephews. Our father lost his leg below the knee in an accident before my brother and I were born, and when she first came over to our house to meet me and my parents, she said, "Oh wow, it's crazy how you guys don't inherit that." We all laughed uncomfortably, thinking it was a bad joke. She didn't even laugh. She was being absolutely serious. Fuck, this is already hurting my soul. Okay, let's continue. Even after my brother explained that it isn't a genetic defect, it was an injury, she still thought there was a possibility that my brother or I would be born with a missing leg. I'm convinced, by the way, that this woman has never attended a single class of biology, or science for that matter. Let's keep reading. She told us she believed in Santa Claus until she was 16, and that her parents tried to break it to her at the age of 15 and 16, and it broke her heart. You know the joke that is trending on the internet? The pee is stored in the balls? Well, my brother's girlfriend thought that that was real. She asked my brother, how come pee didn't come out when he came during sex? I'm literally not making this shit up, folks. I'm not making this shit up. This hurts. This hurts. She commented that she never sees pink lemons in the store. She literally thought that pink lemonade was made from pink lemons. Not even that. She didn't realize that Donald Trump the actor and Donald Trump the president were the same person. And speaking of Trump, she tried to look at the solar eclipse without sunglasses, despite my brother pleading with her to keep them on. She thought that blood diamonds meant that they were made from blood, and we found out because she asked, how come the diamonds aren't red? She once tried to correct me when I mentioned something being $100 million. She goes, don't you mean 1 billion? And upon questioning what she means by that, she told me she didn't think 100 million was a real number. She thought things go from 99 million to 1 billion. I am telling you, I'm convinced this woman never attended school. Okay, this hurts. This hurts. Continuing, she thought that Obama did the I have a dream speech. Jesus fuck. Holy dude, I can't, man. This hurts. This hurts. Even when me and my friend Terry read this story when recording episode 14, I just want to say, I used the words to describe this story as, and I quote, why am I quoting myself? I literally described the story as a genuine hate crime. And this story is a genuine hate crime. And I had lost brain cells reading this story. And you shall too. Continuing into the story, I could go on for days. And I legitimately don't want to because this will hurt. She's been with my brother since he was in college. She literally said that she didn't want to go to college because it seemed, and I quote, super hard. I have such a hard time being around her. I do not understand why the fuck my brother sees in her. Do not get it. He's a software engineer making 6 figures, and she works as a hairdresser. So I see why he's with him. Yeah, he's with him because as a typical fucking engineer, engineers don't get any girls and they don't know how to talk to girls. So it might be one of those situations that this is the best your brother can do. I can see if anyone in my audience is an engineer, I just want to say I'm sorry for my words, but you know it's fucking facts. You can't talk to girls. Let's just be honest. Continuing on, Porso says, I want to ask him why he would marry such a fucking moron. Like, it's embarrassing when she talks and he brings her around people he works with. I would be mortified if I was him. Jesus Christ. I asked my parents about having an intervention with him after he announced that he was proposing to her, and they told me no, and that they thought she was sweet and my brother considers her his best friend. And they, and I quote, work well together. Does no one worry what she could make a terrible decision severely affect my brother? Or when they have kids, she could literally put them in a harm's way. What could she possibly teach them? It is a matter of her being not innocently stupid. She could have real life consequences to her being dim-witted. Yeah, this hurts, okay? 1, I am convinced this person's never gone to school. 2, your brother's with her because he can't get any girls because he's an engineer. Software one at that point. Kid's a fucking nerd. On top of it, believing that Donald Trump is an actor, that's just a red flag in itself. But on top of it, how the fuck do you think Santa's real at the age of 16? That doesn't even make sense. I think I knew Santa wasn't real before I learned what Christmas was. I'm not joking, folks. So, I don't know what's happening with this person. And just to add, she adds, additional information, not even only this, she literally thought platypuses weren't real. Yeah, homie watched one episode of Phineas and Ferb and was like, that's a mythological creature. This just hurts. This hurts. This just killed my brain cells. As a person who studies science, this killed my brain cells. Believing an injury is heritable. It hurts. But like I said, I wanted to share this story with y'all because it's a baffling fucking story. Okay, this story just needs to be told, and I hope you enjoyed it as best as you can. And I totally get it if you need to shower after listening to this story. Because Lord knows I did. After reading this story on recording episode 14, I had to take a 20-minute shower and cry. This hurts, man. This hurts. But, unfortunately, this is the end of today's episode. Again, I don't even know if I'm going to call it an episode. Like I said, it was a continuation of episode 14 because I want to share this heinous fucking story with y'all. And I hope you all enjoyed it. And trust me, I am going to bully my friend for ditching on me. She will get shanked. And she has a cat, so you know what that means. Her cat will be getting kidnapped. But for now, this is the end for today. Thank you for streaming such a short, hopefully enjoyable episode. I'll see you next week with a proper episode, a proper guest, and I will do my best to make sure my friend gets pushed to the edge. Thank you very much for listening. It's been your boy Nav. Stream previous episodes and follow the show on Instagram, quarterlife_chitchat. I'll see you next week, okay? Bye-bye.